And it doesn't matter what your body shape is, because we talked about that a little earlier, where you thought, oh, well, it's easier for you. I disagree. I think you're easier than me. So the reality is we all have challenges.
So well said. Pat?
Elaine?
Welcome everybody to this week's Ask Elaine. I'm so happy that we're working together. We did a body shape video together.
We did.
Right?
I would say about a year ago.
About a year ago. Important to mention, Pat is a petite and she's a rectangle, and that means that her proportions are the same here as they are on the hip, and the waist is also so straight all the way up and down. Pat, what do you love most about your silhouette?
I think I'm in pretty good shape, so I like that part. I like the fact that I've, still have some muscle from all the working out and everything that I do, so that's good. What I don't like is this portion here, because it is very hard. I mean, I really have two challenges. One is my height, because usually things are too long, but that's fine. I can fix it. That's not the problem. But the other problem is because I'm so straight here, I don't really have a natural indentation, so that makes it a bit challenging when you're trying to put things on. So a lot of times things just kind of hang there.
You don't like to fuss too much with clothing. No. So if it's too long and it's not shaped, you can quickly just look drowned in what you're wearing, right? And you don't like to fuss too much with too much tucking and this and that and then under cuffing and da-da-da. We're going to do some of that today.
Right. Minimal.
We're also going to present some options by which you slide on the top and it's done. The work is already done for you. Okay.
Perfect.
So, okay, let's get going.
Can't wait.
Okay. The faux leather, still very much on point for the fall season. The wideish leg, almost like a little bit trumpet. At 5'2" on you, it's an ankle length basically.
Right.
For the rectangle, it can add a little more volume and dimension down towards the bottom of the body, which is where we want it. Okay? So let's see what tops we can do with this. So here's a top that sounds really good. When you see it, you think, okay, well, this is going to ruche my waist. This has interesting angles. This isn't going to overwhelm my frame, but...
No. It's too, for some reason, I can't quite figure out why, it's too lumpy. There's too much material here, and maybe that's just because of my shape. I've seen it on other people. It looks fantastic. It just doesn't look fantastic on me.
It's not creating that illusion of curve and hourglass that we're looking for. We'll show them the back. And what it's doing is that it's just caressing every little bit. And we don't need to do that, right? Nobody wants to do that.
Of course not.
All right, let's try another style. We have the softness of a blouse, soft fabric. So it's really pronouncing, well, we always say it elongates the neckline because you've got the extra space there, so quite nice. But the proportions here are what we need to work on. This is kind of boring, kind of a half and half. In the fitting, we tuck the blouse in. So let's tuck it in real tight. We're kind of halfway there. Because the proportions are better. You can see all of a sudden how, again, the length line is elongated. We try this in the fitting. Could you try to blue zone the blouse a little more? So essentially adding a little more volume, but just at the right spot. Enter the belt. The belt's purpose here is not to accent the waist with shape. It's to create a centerpiece. Because all you need to see is that adorable gold buckle.
Much better than the other shirt. Much better. I do like the leopard print. I've seen it in the back. I've looked at it. I said I really like that, but the other shirt, absolutely not.
Would you ever?
Would I ever wear this? Yes, I would.
Okay, would you have selected it?
Would I've, maybe not. Probably because I would have been worried about the cutout pieces here, but now that I've put it on, it's actually quite nice. And it adds just that little extra bit of detail that you're looking for. And I do like how the shirt is cut as well.
So on you, again, it really is accentuating up and down here. Let's alter the proportions again. So we're going to do a strong undertuck here. So I'll ask you to undertuck it by about 6 to 8 inches. Yes, there you go. And an overfold over the pant, nice and neat. Leg line changes proportions, right? Shorter here, but longer there. Try a chain link belt. This is my own, but these are coming back, right? And the idea is not so much to work at the waist, is to work a little lower.
Okay.
So it is working without overwhelming.
Yes.
Okay.
Much better.
So we have volume with the sleeve, volume with the cuff of the sleeve. But do you feel engulfed with this look?
No.
Or no?
No.
Right.
I think it's proportionate. It looks good. Yeah, it just looks right.
Good. Glad you like it. Pat, do you mind if I quickly go get a ribcloth vest? The
No.
black texture play now here. What's your feeling on this?
I thought I wouldn't like it, but I kind of like it. I think I need a few more minutes. It reminds me. I like it though.
Yeah.
I like how it feels. It's very unusual.
Yes. But okay, maybe let me ask you this. What's
Okay.
your feeling on the proportions of the look?
Oh, the proportions are fine.
Yes.
I think for me personally, it might be just a little overwhelming.
Okay.
But maybe I just need to get used to it. I'm not sure.
All right.
But I don't find that it's like the length isn't overwhelming. It's more the fluffiness, I think.
Right. Going back to the theme today, which is not having to fuss, worry with the midsection. This does that quite nicely because it's kind of ruched underneath it. So, and you've already done that. Then you've taken care of the sleeve. Basically, I don't need to be here at this point. You've tweaked it perfectly. So this is where you can see what this top does. It ruches underneath and you just fold it underneath it. But the shaping of the pant, it defines you. Your leg is defined here so we can do something not as fitted on top. Comfort, casual, classic.
Love it. And I'm not a stripes person.
No.
I don't like stripes, but I do like this. I think maybe it's the distance between the stripes or because it's closer together. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't matter. It works.
We're doing it with a petite jean, the Sherry Slim jean. It's a classic. It's not trending at the moment. The pump, neutral. But we're going to make this better. And you did all the work, Pat, during our fitting with this.
Right.
outfit. So we're bringing back length to the party here, to the situation, with this soft, boyfriendish style jacket. I'm going to bring in, I think, some elastic bands for the sleeve.
Okay.
We're doing the elastic band treatment here, and I have 2 of these blazers, so I do the same thing too.
Okay.
Sometimes blazers are made with a super long sleeve, and you have to kind of work around it. We like the length on this, but how are you going to make it better?
I'm going to tuck it in.
You're going to tuck it in. But you're not a tucker. You don't like to fuss.
I don't mind. I'll do a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't want to spend, 45 minutes adjusting things because with what I'm doing here, because I'm picking orders and packing and moving around a lot, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So
Right.
you're not going to put you want to come to work well dressed, but you
Yes.
don't want to do something that you're going to have to be constantly adjusting and fixing.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. We're always elongating the bottom half of the silhouette. It's just magical. We are working now with your shape, so which is to say we're not adding curve to your silhouette. We're really working with the straight up and down lines here. It's absolute. I love this look.
I like it, and I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't go for a jacket that was this long. I would have a tendency to look for
Yes.
something that's more along this height.
Right.
But I can see that it does work. So again, another adjustment to my shopping strategy.
I think a few years ago we would not have introduced this length of jacket on you.
No.
Now it's taken over. It's the trend, the longer boyfriend jacket. Corduroy pants, all the rage again. What is your feeling on this length of white leg?
Not something I would normally be drawn to. However, I do think it looks nice, it's comfortable, so might be something I'll have to consider.
What we wanted to do with this top is not have to fuss with the midsection, which is kind of our theme, right? So the length here takes over. It's more streamlined than not. We can see the interest here in the color blocking and the fact that it is a stepped hem, so a little shorter at the front, longer at the back. For someone who's 5'2", this inch or two makes all the difference. I think when I added the scarf, that's when you really started to like this look. It's not too wide, it's not too long. And all we want to do here is add additional length. You're feeling on this?
Like it. I like the tone on tone. It's not a way that I normally put things together, especially not these colors, but I do really like it.
That's another option of how to wear it, you know, that just simplifies it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
many options with very few items.
Super. Now we're getting a better look at the pant. The jacket is shaped, so we love that about a denim jacket. They're not all created equal.
No.
Okay, and then the tank. It's a square neck tank from Joseph Ribkoff. It is snug, it's close to the body, and it may not be the most comfortable piece for everyone, including yourself, maybe?
I would not wear just the tank and the pants. I wouldn't be seen in public like that. I just wouldn't be comfortable.
Right. But with the jacket,
With the jacket, it's fine.
it completes the look, right? So this is your kind of basic underpinning when it comes to the tank, and it's kind of a necessary basic, something that you can tuck into a
Yes.
pant, a bottom of some sort, that doesn't take a lot of space because you want the jacket and the pant to do the talking. So I'll ask you to turn to the side, Pat. Yeah. This is a test that you want to do when you're purchasing one. Make sure that it fits nicely from the side as well, that it's not doing that, because that means that it's ill-fitting, right? So it should have the same amplitude at the front as at the back. And then I'll ask you to turn to the back. This is where we can see again the soft shaping, the soft rounded hem. This is such a good style.
But I especially like how it's cut because I can see that it curves in. It does give me a bit of shape that I don't have. Because that is my problem. I'm kind of square.
Working with the trends at this point, right? Because we are reintroducing boxiness and straight on the silhouette. Your feeling on this?
I really like it. This is not something I think I would be drawn to because of the boxiness. It would be something I think I would sort of avoid. But I can't describe why I like this. I think it's the fringe, it's the soft colors, there's a little bit of bling in there. I like the sleeveless aspect. It's very attractive. And I just think it works, but I just can't articulate properly why, but it does.
Well, wonderful. You can, of course, go the traditional classic route with a white shirt underneath it, but I think you nailed it when it's done sleeveless like this. It's purposely trending. The jean saves it as well for your 5'2". If we did a shorter jean on this, you wouldn't get the elongation that this may require for your height.
Okay.
So to me, this is a knit that crosses all borders. If you're petite, the length is fine. If you're taller, it'll work as well. Print can be overwhelming, the print placement, right? It's right over the bust line. It adds a horizontal that's strong, but the softness of the final shape of it, and most importantly for you, Pat, I was thinking of this because again, it just takes care of that midsection. You don't need to fuss with it at all.
Nope.
Just pull it on, it's done. Thank you, Pat, for this week, for participating with us this week. It's always a pleasure to work with petites and see how we can really make layered looks happen. We'll see you next week for another Ask Elaine. As always, comments, suggestions are welcome.